Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and I hope you are all okay on that side of the screen. Now today we are going to take a quick look at the Xiaomi Mi Pad 4, which in my opinion it's an impressive tablet. And we are back, and don't forget to check out today's video sponsor, which is PureVPN, one of the fastest VPN services that I've used so far, with apps for almost any platform, including Android and Android iOS at an affordable price. So don't forget to check the link down below. And guys, looking at the Xiaomi Mi Pad 4, first of all, let's take a look at the size, because when we look at the spec sheet, this one here has 8 inches, while the Mi Pad 2 and Mi Pad 3 has 7.9 inches. So at the first glance, we could think, well, they're almost the same. But on our hand, it will feel a lot different. First of all, because it feels a lot more comfortable. Not that the Mi Pad 2 and 3 were difficult to handle, but with one hand, the Mi Pad 4 makes a huge difference. This one has 8 inches with a ratio of 16:10, while the Mi Pad 3 and Mi Pad 2 had a 7.9 inch with a ratio of 4.3. So in terms of size, the Mi Pad 4 reminds me the Lenovo Tab 4 8 Plus, which is a great tablet. I love it for a lot of reasons, not only for the size. And I do believe that this format is not only good to grab it and for mobility, because it's really easy to handle with any hand, but it's also great in terms of media playback. Now, I could say that the Mi Pad 2, Mi Pad 3, iPad and things like that with a different aspect ratio could be more useful to read ebooks and so on and so forth, but media consumption, gaming and so on and so forth is one of the things that most of us use, and I'm talking about personally right over here. So I do find this format more comfortable and in terms of usability a lot better. Now this one here in particular is black, which to me is really cool. Now it gives more style to it. In my opinion, looks a lot better, although I do enjoy the golden color of the Mi Pad 3 and Mi Pad 2 that I've got. Black is really good. The only downside here is the fingerprint, which is a fingerprint magnet. So if we want to keep our tablet always clean, either we will need to get a cover for it, or we'll need to have a cloth nearby so that we can always clean the tablet. To me, honestly, it doesn't bother me, because the back, I will not be looking at it all the time. But this is the truth. Looks great, but it's a fingerprint magnet. Also a great feature is the addition, finally, of a micro SD card expansion slot, which is great. We can add up to 256 gigs to this tablet right over here through a micro SD card, so that we can expand the storage to install more games, install more apps, or even to keep movies and multimedia in general, pictures and so on and so forth, which I believe that it's great on any tablet, any device. For you guys that follow the channel, you know that I am all forward to expand any device, not only on storage, but having the option to get extra storage is just great. Other addition besides this one is face detection on a Mi Pad 4, which we didn't have on Mi Pad 2 and Mi Pad 3 previous generations. Now we have. Now this is nothing new in terms of technology, but it's great to see it on the Mi Pad 4, which is a great tablet overall in my opinion, of course. Now I did test it around, and it gives us a warning of face detection. Beware that we can use some pictures. This will happen with a lot of devices, not only with this one, so it's not new to us. To me, it's something that I'm not really worried about, but if you are, then don't enable face detection. I did it. I did a few tests, not only with me, but also with my kid, and it doesn't get fooled that easy. It's pretty easy to configure, also pretty accurate and fast, and only missed once or twice that I can recall, and probably it missed because it was not my face was not on the right position. So in terms of face detection, works great, it's fast, and it doesn't get that fooled. Now, one thing that I would love to see here, and it's not present, would be a multi-user account like we have on the Lenovo Tab 4 Plus, which is great. And with face recognition, this would be ideal because I could have an account for myself, one account for my 2 kids, and one account for my wife. And then with face detection, the tablet would detect which person is using the tablet and would open the account for that person, leaving the apps and all the configuration so that one would not mess the apps of the other one, like it happens with the Lenovo Tab 4 Plus. So this was one thing that, and hopefully we can see that in the future. Although most companies consider these type of devices a personal device, I do believe that most families use these devices as a family device. So it would be fair, like we have on the Lenovo Tab 8 4 Plus, would be fair to have a multi-user account right over here. Let's hope that Xiaomi in the future thinks about that and implements it. Now, in terms of specifications, this is basically a beast. We can compare it with some computers that are available on the market. It has the Snapdragon 660, which is a beast of a CPU, 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of flash storage, which we can upgrade an extra 256 gigs using a micro SD card slot. It has MIUI 9 based on Android 8.1 Oreo, and this just means one thing, especially when we look at benchmark numbers, guys. In terms of Wi-Fi, it is one of the fastest tablets that I've used so far, and you can see by some images that it reaches on Wi-Fi roughly 450-460 megabits per second of download and 200 megabits, which 200 is the maximum. Also, the flash storage is really fast. I'm not really sure, but I do believe that it's the fastest device that I've used in terms of flash storage. And of course, CPU and GPU performance is just awesome, as we can see on Geekbench and Antutu. And all these numbers just mean one thing, is that this tablet will be capable of doing anything. Now, so far, all my tests revealed that I haven't found anything that this tablet fails. For example, playing demanding games, and I tried Lineage 2 right over here. As you guys can see by some images, there's no issue at all. The tablet will perform like, well, like it was nothing. So we can play any game available on the Play Store or even outside the Play Store, it doesn't matter, but just a great performance right over here. And then without surprises, playing media is also really easy for this tablet. In terms of YouTube, we will be able to play up to 1080 resolution with a very smooth video playback. So if you guys are looking for a tablet that is really fast and capable of playing YouTube, here's a solution. Also played Netflix, so Netflix all okay. Of course, we can play only up to SD quality, at least with the Netflix app. And then I also played with Kodi, and the results were as expected. We have a great Wi-Fi connectivity, so I was able to stream any of my Blu-ray MKV 1080 movies without any problems at all. And have in mind, guys, that as always, my movies are streamed across my network. They are stored on one of my NAS at the back and then streamed to any device, in this particular case to the Mi Pad 4. And as you guys can see, even fast forwarding and rewinding, there are no buffers at all, so it's just a great experience right over here. And then lastly, I was also playing a little bit with game streaming, and the game that I used right over there was Kaz Guzzlers. I will try to leave a link down below. It is a really fun game to play. Of course, we will need a computer to do this, as you guys know, and we will boot the game from the computer, but we'll play on the tablet anywhere that we want inside our network. And as you guys can see, no issues there, no lags, no bufferings whatsoever, just a great experience. Looks like we are on the computer itself instead of the tablet. Actually, I'm thinking about recording a video right over here about game streaming with this tablet, so that you guys can see a little bit better just about game streaming and the power that this Mi Pad 4 has in terms of Wi-Fi. Now, guys, I want to mention two more things, one of which is the battery life. It will take us through the whole day without any issues at all, even pushing it. Now, it has a great balance between the performance, which is really high, but at the same time, it will drain low battery. I can use and push this device, and honestly, I was impressed with the battery. Of course, you can read down below in terms of the link for the specifications. You can see everything about it, but in terms of battery, guys, really great. And then finally, one thing that I would like to mention, that it's not so positive, but I don't find the negative aspect as well. It is the pixels per inch, which is inferior to the Mi Pad 3. While on the Mi Pad 3 we had 1536 by 2040 in terms of resolution, which gives us a 326 ppi. On this one right over here, the Mi Pad 4, we have 1920 by 1200, which will give us 283 ppi, or pixels per inch. So in terms of the quality, in terms of pixel count, this one is inferior to the Mi Pad 3, and I think that it's the only thing that it's inferior. But if you ask me, hey Robert, do you see the pixels? Do you see any difference between one and another? And although I don't have my glasses here, I can put them on, and I hate to record videos with glasses, but if I put my glasses, even though I can't see the pixels. So guys, I wouldn't say that this is a negative aspect, but I couldn't lie to you, so this is something that we have to have in mind. It is the only thing that I could find inferior to the Mi Pad 3. And that is it. I'm still going to do a few more tests, so if you have any questions, any doubts, leave them down below, and hopefully I will be able to answer them as best as I can and as fast as I can. But for now, I'm really impressed with this tablet, and that's about it. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget that really important thumbs up. My name is Huerto George, and as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.